people have a right to keep and bear nuclear weapons.
Okay, so why do you think it was good to deport her?
Asserting U.S. sovereignty. Do not come to our country and tell us what to do. You've got to condition it.
What? She's just writing an op-ed, dumbass. What do you mean?
The claim about a threat to our national security is grossly overestimated. The claim that these people have adhered to Hamas is grossly overestimated. Okay. That being said, it is still completely legal in that...
It's all really fucked up what's going on, but it's legal. So about a week ago from today, Tim Pool and Adam Conover from Adam Ruins Everything had a debate. And I've seen a little bit of it. Some of it's a little bit, yikesy. And then some of it's pretty like, and we're going to try to watch it today. At least a lot of it. And yeah, I really don't know what else to say besides that. Make sure to check out my Patreon for full Discord access. Make sure to check out my YouTube memberships for uncut debate breakdowns like this one, because you're going to be seeing the edited cut. And I really need it right now because my fucking computer is being repaired, and oh my gosh, it's gonna probably cost a decent amount of money to be able to replace some parts. So please definitely help me out with that. Other than that, let's get this started.
He actually said in a stream in response to the comments I made at the White House, what do you mean he's not from Maryland? Are you saying he's from D.C.? He's from Maryland. No, he's from El Salvador. He only lived in Maryland for a few years.
Okay, I mean, that guy talks for, 8 hours a day, like you can parse, any particular
for sure.
statement. But like, I mean, that, to me, everything that you said, first of all, half of it sounds unrelated. like, he's had past interaction with law enforcement, like domestic violence and stuff like that. To me, that's like neither here nor there. It's like character stuff. I don't really give a shit about like the character of the guy, and I didn't think that was a big part of the story.
Yes,
it was like
good job, Adam. I really like that. It doesn't fucking matter who this guy was, whether he's actually an MS-13 gang member or not. The point is, he didn't get due process, and that sets a absolutely terrifying precedent for literally everybody else, including civilians. I like this. I like this approach.
It's irrelevant to like the purposeful spectacle of the Trump administration, sending this guy who they admit they should not have done this, but they're like, we don't give a shit. We're doing it just because we hate guys like this, and we want like even people who are in the country legally to, be afraid and to self-deport. Like it seems like the only justification is purposeful cruelty for doing
I don't think they call any legal immigrants to self-deport. They're calling on illegal immigrants to self-deport, offering up $1,000 if they do.
The guy had a legal status to be in the country legally.
That's true.
That's so true. He was here legally. What do you mean? What do you mean he was here legally?
But again, if the due process due to this man would be a hearing under withholding of deportation.
So is he receiving this due process?
Oh, I agree they should do it. I actually asked Secretary, why not just send the USCIS guy down?
So why don't you think they're doing it?
I think there's two potentialities. Trump, actually it's probably more than two, but Trump doesn't want to look weak. He doesn't want to look like he's going to be pushed around by the judiciary. But I do agree with you.
Otherwise, it's not weak to be pushed around by the judiciary. It's called checks and balances. The entire point of them is to control and make sure the president doesn't go batshit with power. It's not weak to follow the law. That's what every single president is supposed to do.
Yeah, but my point is, like, he's entitled to due process as someone who's in America, right? If you shove people into this like hole in another country as quickly as possible, it gives you plausible deniability. I don't really give a shit about the various again legalistic like little nuances of the ruling. The important part to me is Trump saying, being under an order to bring the guy back and saying, I can't because the president of El Salvador, my best friend, says he won't return him, right?
How do you get him to do it?
Adam's doing pretty good so far, I gotta admit. I like what he's saying, that it's the precedent that matters, not necessarily the individual and what they did. The precedent, like I said, is what matters. And Adam's doing a pretty good job hammering that so far, I'm not gonna lie.
And that, to me, that's an expression of like pure authoritarianism. It's a leveraging of state power to frighten, undergroups in society that these people don't like. It's like very straightforward. We can mount as many legal defenses as we want of it and say, oh, blah, 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 according to this statute or that statute. But the actual action is just designed to frighten people Trump doesn't like. And it's like, it's bizarre to see him do it.
Let's say yes, but none of that's illegal. That's all actually codified law.
None of it's... Just because it's not illegal doesn't mean it's right. You should still speak out against it, even if it's legal. The government is allowed to do a lot of fucked up shit in this country, and they have done a lot of fucked up shit, and they've gotten away with a lot of fucked up shit. That doesn't mean you can't speak out about it. Tim, it's authoritarian. You can't just hand wave it away because it's legal. Fucking cock.
That they're allowed to do.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's fucking bullshit. It sucks. It's bad. It's bad for the country. It's bad for the American spirit.
We can talk about a lot of bad things that every administration's done in the past that liberals and Democrats have covered up or participated in or didn't argue against.
Yeah. It's whataboutism? Come on, man. You could do better than this. But what about the Democrats? What about the liberals? He's literally criticizing the Democrats and liberals right in front of your face, and all you can do is keep pivoting.
Yeah, but they did it in a. There's hey, if you want a student like a young woman. There's other ways to arrest them than have 6 people show up wearing masks, surround her in a pincer formation.
Yes,
like it's designed.
thank you, dude. Oh my god, he's doing really fucking good so far. I'm not gonna lie. He's moving the conversation out of legality, which is absolutely perfect, and shifting it into, does this set a bad precedent? Are these actions actually wrong and authoritarian? He is doing a good job controlling that frame of the discussion, because Tim Pool's desperately trying to bring it back to, but it's legal, so it's kind of whatever.
A woman writing an op-ed that's not from here is nothing compared to the people from here writing the same op-eds. What they're doing is they're basically saying, I agree with you in that they're saying, do not do these things or we will deport you. We will find the thinnest of hairs of a reason to revoke your visa if you come out against us. I'm not completely in disagreement. So the reason why I say 60% when you asked me if I thought it was morally right, because obviously they don't need 6 guys swarming her in a pincer formation. One guy could have knocked on her door and said, ma'am, your visa's been revoked. I'm gonna need you to come with me. We've got a black SUV you can sit in. We're gonna deal with this in a rather kind of boring way. They didn't need to do that. The claim about a threat to our national security is grossly overestimated. The claim that these people have adhered to Hamas is grossly overestimated. That being said, it is still completely legal in that
it's all really fucked up what's going on, but it's legal. Who gives a fuck if it's legal? It's authoritarian, and you admitted this stuff has been happening for a long time because other administrations have been doing this shit too. That's bad. Who gives a fuck if it's legal? That is bad. We should speak out against this. It's like he's like half conceding the point, but then he goes back to arguing it's fine because of the legality of it to cater to that dipshit right-wing audience he wants to keep so much. That what? 1.41 million retards that he wants to keep hanging on and watching him so much. Oh, he's the reasonable liberal. That's kind of his entire picture that he's tried to paint for years. That he's the reasonable liberal, when in reality he's just catering to the right wing constantly. Because, frankly, I kind of just think he's a grifter. I think he knows that this is completely unacceptable, which is why he's half conceding it, but then he goes back to, but it's completely illegal. But other administrations have done it before.
She's being put in a prison, and then she's being like forcibly deported. Do you think that's good for America? Like this is okay. So
Get his ass.
You think what do you think is good? Deported. Do you think that's good for America? Like this is okay. So
marginally.
You think what do you think?
Did he say marginally?
Is good, even marginally. Like what's
It's marginally good that we're just forcibly deporting people for disagreeing with the president? Oh my god. Tim. This is why I say he's a grifter. He's already conceded that it's batshit insane this is happening to begin with. But now it's incomprehensible how fucking stupid and inconsistent this is.
the minor small benefit to America?
Do not come to our country and rally against it and its interests. I apply this too.
They're just giving an opinion, dude. Are they not allowed to have an opinion that conflicts with America's interests? There are so many Americans here who have opinions that conflict with America's interests, me included. Do you want to deport me next?
Okay, so why do you think it was good to deport her?
Asserting U.S. sovereignty. Do not come to our country and tell us what to do. You've got a condition of—
What? She's just writing an op-ed, dumbass. What do you mean? You really think a fucking college student can tell the government what to do? Especially a foreign one?
Do you think America should be the kind of country where if somebody comes here, they write an op-ed that says literally anything about U.S. foreign policy, they should be deported. So going forward, literally everyone in the world should know if you are on foot on U.S. soil.
Get his ass, Adam. I love this. I actually really like what Adam's doing here. He's holding his feet to the fire so well right now, and I really want to see what Tim's going to say to this, because he's doing a good. He is channeling me as his spirit animal right now.
You should not say anything in public about U.S. national priorities of any kind, or else you could be deported. Do you think it's good to have a country where that's the understanding?
All right. So you're saying that—
That's what I'm trying to go down to.
The individuals who come to this country and apply for student visas have made that agreement already. So while I would argue—
That they can't criticize the government? What? Where does it say that in their fucking agreement to come here?
They write an op-ed for the paper of the organization of which they're a member. She's paying tuition to go to this school, and she's working for the student newspaper or whatever. She's writing an op-ed. She's probably not employed there, but she's writing for the student newspaper, and that is grounds to be deported. And
always was. I mean, so my
do you think that's the kind of country America is?
Always has been. That's why
I guess that's
Yeah, it always has been, and you're not calling that out? You're not criticizing that? What the fuck? Oh, it's always has been. That means it's okay. He says that with such a straight face, too. Like he doesn't have a problem with it. Oh yeah, America has always been the kind of country to deport people for having mildly hot take. That's bad! We don't want to be that! Why are you saying that with such a calm face? You're not criticizing the American government for that at all? Except when pressed on it and you're only half conceding at best?
I guess that's where we fundamentally disagree.
But hold on. The Immigration and Naturalization Act has multiple provisions that outright say this is the case. And so that's why I say it's marginally good, because the issue is the U.S. asserting its sovereignty and saying, as a guest in this nation, we ask you not do certain things.
We ask you don't write mildly worded op-eds about U.S. foreign policy vis-a-vis a different country's war.
Let's not load it. Let's say, do not speak out against our foreign policy.
So
don't speak out against our foreign policy. Don't criticize the American government if you're here on a visa. I'm at a loss. This guy's supposed to be a liberal, by the way, apparently. I don't even know if he's identifying as a conservative now, but this is batshit insane that he's saying this with a straight face, as if it's fine to be like this. I'm just at a loss, man. I've already given my issues with it, but he just keeps hammering that home, and it blows my mind each time he says it and doubles down.
Okay, great. So America is a country where, if you, in your view, if you are a foreign national, you are here on a student visa, you've been invited to the country, you should not.
Every time.
Okay.
Yeah, he has asked him that 4 times, but I get why he's asking 4 times though, because it's like a, are you fucking kidding me? This is actually your stance kind of thing. It's a mind blown kind of thing because of how incomprehensibly evil it is.
It's fair. To me, Tim, it's a very baffling position.
Listen, you're arguing that I should call for illegal activities.
Let me
Yeah, call for illegal activities, dude. Do you want to be deported next whenever fucking AOC gets into the administration or something? Do you want to have your habeas corpus suspended and shipped off to fucking, I don't know, Venezuela or something? Do you want to be next the next time a Democrat gets voted in, buddy? The precedent it sets is horrible. The position you're taking is absolutely mind-numbingly insane.
My point is, for the government to assert its authority under the law as codified by Congress, the president, and the courts is marginally good. Marginally is, I said 60% maybe. If I was president, I wouldn't do it.
60% is not marginally. That's a majority. That's majorly good. Marginally would be like 5%.
But the idea that our country asserts its authority to say, you are guests in this country and we will make the determination whether you can stay or not, is a normal process. And to argue that
that's a bad process.
Government should not assert its authority when it feels it should, I think is silly.
I'm still looking.
There's a world we want to live in, and then I'll put it this way, I think people have a right to keep and bear nuclear weapons. The founding fathers were clear in their intent on the right to bear arms, which
he thinks people should have nuclear weapons? Let me hear that again.
People have a right to keep and bear nuclear weapons.
That is so fucking stupid. His morality is based around the law? Is that what he's saying? His entire moral framework is based around the law? Is that what he's saying? That is so fucking stupid. Oh my gosh.
Why won't you go to the UK and make jokes about Islam?
I don't think it's very funny.
Oh, I saw this fucking clip. He offered him a bunch of money to make jokes about Islam or some shit. Do you expect him to have, like, a joke off the top of his head? Here, I got one off the top of my head. Give me the money of whatever you fucking offered him. Let me think here. What is Hamas's... No, not Hamas. What is Al-Qaeda's favorite food place to eat at? The Allahu Snack Bar. Get it? Because Allahu Akbar, Allahu Snack Bar. I think I heard that one, like, years ago, back when the internet was a lot more edgy, but... Hey, it's an Islam joke. Where's my money?
Jokes about it. I'm so confused. Dude.
Okay, let me help unconfuse you. Are there jokes that can be made about Islam? Yes or no?
Wait, I don't want to go to the rabbit hole.
No. You're terrified. You're a hypocrite.
What?
What? Hypocrite about what?
There are jokes you can make about Islam. Muhammad banged a little girl, right?
I'm really baffled.
I mean, I'm just as baffled as him, honestly, about that. It's like a complete pivot. This isn't anywhere near related to their discussion they had like 30 seconds ago about the morality of the law and everything like that. What?
I'm terrified of this subject. I'm not.
No, I'm not.
In the UK, you can be jailed for making jokes about Islam or even bring up the grooming.
Yeah, and that's fucking stupid. You should be able to joke about Islam. You should be able to joke about anything, in my opinion.
There are people who go online and pointed out that
yeah, that's fucking stupid of the UK to do.
stabbing was carried out by a Muslim, and they got arrested for it. I'll bet you $1,000 you will not go to the UK and make a joke about any of that stuff, because you will not go to a foreign country and in violation of their laws speak out against what they said not to speak out against.
Well, yeah, because he's gonna get tossed in jail, you fucking moron.
I'm a free speech guy, right? I think that something that's nice about America is that we're a country that has that value.
Well, I mean, we're not actually a country that has that value. I do agree with Tim in the sense that America has always been authoritarian. He flat out admitted that earlier when he said, oh yeah, every administration has been like that. Every administration has locked up people for really stupid fucking shit. We've never been a country built on free speech. It's nothing but a placebo.
I think that it is a change.
No, right.
I think it's a change in America to most people around the world to feel that, oh, wait, if I go to America and I express a mild opinion about their foreign policy in my own student paper, or maybe on a stage or maybe somewhere else, I could be, without any warning to me, accosted by 6 people on the street, thrown into a van, and taken out of the country.
Come on,
right?
Austin.
Well, let me finish. I think that's a strain. I think that's a
Good.
new
Don't let
idea
him
for a lot of
control
people.
that frame again. Yes, bringing it back around. I like that, Adam. Good job.
America is that type of country. I think that Donald Trump's purpose is to turn America into that type of country. I think that that's bad. I think it makes the country smaller. I think it makes the country worse. I think it's a violation of most of the values that I grew up with as an American. And that's my view of what's happening in the country. Now, if you want to say, hey, I don't like free speech for foreign nationals who are in the country who express mild opinions about other countries' foreign wars, then that's your prerogative. It's a big difference between us that you don't like free speech in that way.
I mean, that's loaded language, right?
Yeah,
It's not loaded. That's literally been your entire argument for like the past 40 minutes, dummy. What? That's not loaded language at all. You've been arguing it's fine because it's legal.
My value would just be, to whatever mathematical degree, American sovereignty supersedes the right of foreigners to speak about our policies.
Do you see? I'm so confused right now. Do you seriously think some random dude, some random college kid writing a op-ed is some sort of meaningful threat to American sovereignty? Especially when the thing that they want, America pulling out of funding Israel, isn't actually a threat to an American sovereignty? Are we serious right now? You're severely overblowing how much impact these foreigners have that are on visas, and they are contributing to society, and they're paying to be here.
I mean, look at New York in the 2000s when the Bush administration rounded people up. And, well, I'm sorry, it wasn't Bush, during the Bush years, and they put 200 people in like a bus, they locked them in a bus cage.
Yeah, that was bad.
That's the country you grew up in. The idea that these things haven't been happening. George Carlin got arrested for swearing. We had
I will admit, that was kind of weak of Adam to say, that's the country I grew up in. We have been authoritarian for a long time now, to be clear. So, yeah, that's a little bit weak. But overall, for this entire section, I think Adam did like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Good job with this. Holding Tim's feet to the fire. Maybe don't repeat the question so many times, but I understand why he did, because it's such a bafflingly brain-dead take.
My point is, and this is an anarchist philosophy, the laws of the country are dictated by those with the power to enforce it. That's why...
Yes, that is true. And that's bad. Anarchist here, by the way.
A student writing an op-ed about another country's war and her own institution's support for it, vis-a-vis our country's foreign policy, would be the kind of thing that you would think is a sort of free speech that we should value. That is the kind of free speech that I think, I personally think like a lot of the idea of America is built upon. I think it's one of the good things about the country, that this is a country where you can come here and you can express your opinion mildly in the newspaper.
I do think that Adam's take on the American Constitution and free speech and stuff like that is very idealistic and kind of rose-tinted glasses type of perspective, to be fair. I don't agree with it at all. America's always been pretty authoritarian. America's constantly cracked down and violated our rights when push comes to shove and it's time to test whether they'll control themselves or not. It's fucking ridiculous. I agree with Adam on that, but unfortunately that's just how it's always been.
How about you're at a bar and you're acting out in some way, and they say, listen, buddy,
do you feel
security throws you out of the bar.
Do you feel this woman was acting out? Do you think she was acting inappropriately? Do you think that she was acting...
I've already told you, I did not.
Okay, so then how are you justifying what happened?
Exactly. How are you fucking justifying that, Tim Pool? Why are you still hung up on this point? You already agreed that it's bad. Stop defending it. We all three of us agree that it was stupid, it shouldn't have happened, and it's silly. Stop defending it.
Do you think that America should be a country in which every foreign national in the country should feel that they should never speak about American politics under pain of legal punishment?
No.
You don't think that that's, you
Well,
don't agree.
If you don't think that, then stop fucking talking about it. You both agree already.
Agreement upon entering this country that if they are in violation of the terms of their visa, it may be revoked. If they come here with the intent of advocating against U.S. foreign policy, that is a consequence. Speech has consequences. I think we're getting hung up on the issue that I've clearly answered, and I understand maybe you don't understand, but
I do think they're getting hung up on it because he has answered it several times. But again, like I said, I can understand why Adam keeps asking it because it's like such a mind-blowingly stupid position to take, a mind-blowingly like blatant pro-authoritarian stance to take, that you're half conceding it's stupid, but then you're defending it legally speaking, in which Adam says that he doesn't like it, both legally and morally. You guys agree on the core point, so move on already. I don't know why you're just trying to be a contrarian at this point.
If what you say is true, and it may be, I don't know, because I don't really give, like, I don't really follow that as
you would
do.
never.
But I think it's bad about that country.
You would never go to the UK and do those things.
If
Well,
I would,
yeah,
now look,
probably not. He doesn't want to be tossed in prison there either.
This is what you do when you've lost an argument, is that you just
No,
like,
okay,
you just
not even
jump to
argument.
this, you just
You brought
jump
it
to
up.
this. What?
Get his ass, Adam. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do here. Tim Pool's trying to call out some sort of inconsistency, and Adam keeps just shooting it down with, yeah, that's bad. I agree, that's bad. What are you trying to do, Tim? You're just bouncing from one thing to another, hoping to catch him in some kind of contradiction so you can get that juicy ass X clip. Twitter clip. I fucking hate calling it X.
So
I'll do it with you.
So you're demanding me to go on stage and
Prove
do
you care
something
about free
specific,
speech. Prove
and
you care
unless I
about
do, I'm a coward.
I'm saying
This is a bizarre rhetorical move. This is a bizarre rhetorical
I
move.
didn't call you
It
a
is
coward.
bizarre.
I said prove you care about free speech.
Yeah, I
do
prove-
something that creates real risk to your person for free speech.
Yeah, I speak about shit all the time, dude. I'm happy to live in America where.
So he has to. So in order to show you care about free speech, you have to be willing to imprison yourself? What? I care about fucking Palestine and Israel and shit, but I'm not gonna go fly over there and get bombed by the IDF.
I'm sorry, I'm not standing up for free speech unless I do what exactly?
I didn't say the only way for you to stand up for free speech is do something. I said, why won't people who are
You
claiming
called me a hypocrite, and I don't understand what's hypocritical about me only doing jokes
hypocritical
about the topics that I'm
is
interested
that you
in.
would not go to the UK and speak in violation of their speech laws?
I mean, I went there.
So
I went there.
is the hypocrisy that he doesn't care about free speech unless he's willing to get imprisoned for it? That's a really fucking stupid position to take, especially for somebody that's not really that radical like him. He's only like a marginally more left than a liberal, from what I understand. He's more like a general progressive and a mainstream one at that.
Oh, I see. I see the point that you're making. Okay, so so when things are legal, they're just.
No.
Okay. So then what is your point?
What? Then stop arguing about their. Why are you hung up about arguing about whether they're legal or not then?
What I see now, I wouldn't necessarily call authoritarianism in that Trump gutting the budget and shutting down departments is weakening federal authority for the first time in my life.
I mean, he's not weakening federal authority.
Yeah, he's not weakening federal authority. He's just centralizing it to him. The less amount of people that you have in the government, the more it's centralized to whoever's left. Well, it looks like I forgot to record an outro on that stream, so I'm going to be doing it right now. Thank you so much for watching. This is only the first half of the Tim Pool versus the Adam Conover debate. I ran out of time to be able to react to the second half, but if you want to see that, please do comment down below that you want to see the second half. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out my Patreon for full Discord access, YouTube memberships for full uncut debate breakdowns, and also check out my sponsorship, which is me. As a personal trainer, I have my own website, step1fit.com. I specialize in weight loss, and I really want to help all of you guys with your fitness goals. So if you want to schedule a consultation with me, talk about all of that kind of stuff, please click the link down below, and also check out my Ko-Fi that I made recently, where I am able to get like a one-off donation kind of thing if you're able to help out. That would be absolutely greatly appreciated. And other than that, yeah, I don't have much else to say. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.